Hello, I'm Victoria Stilwell, dog behavior expert from It's Me or the Dog and founder of the Victoria Stilwell Academy for Dog Training and Behavior. Today, I'm going to be looking at some of the videos you've sent in of your dogs. Let's start with a medical student in canine distress.
Hey Victoria, I'm a medical student from San Antonio and I want you to meet Watson. Hey, he's a 2-year-old Chihuahua Terrier that I rescued from the animal shelter. I started noticing a big problem whenever my parents came over one weekend. He bit my dad pretty significantly. I noticed that he also has some issues with anxiety on his walks. I ended up picking him up and he actually bit me here pretty hard and on my thumb. I started contacting a lot of behavioral trainers, but since I'm a medical student, my budget is pretty thin.
Hey August, well, thank you so much for sending that video in, and I'm really sorry that you're having problems. Yeah, this behavior really does concern me. Now Watson is biting. And when it comes to dogs biting people, you have to look at the context. Now, the context of this bite, it seems, when he was reacting to something that made him feel very uncomfortable, and you picked him up, and you were doing the right thing from your point of view, but for his point of view, you were kind of making him vulnerable by picking him off the floor, and he felt he was in a vulnerable position, and that's the reason why he bit you. He didn't bite you to be nasty. The fact that he's reacting like that to your father, I think you have quite a serious situation on your hands. Now, you say you're a medical student and that you don't have money to pay a trainer, and I get that, I understand that. But I do think that you will have to find a trainer to help you, because this is not going to go away on its own. And it's not going to go away with me saying, giving you a few tips, because this behavior is beyond a few tips. This is just a supremely unconfident dog. This dog needs to have a comprehensive behavior modification plan. And so that means, yes, I don't know whether your parents can help, that you need to find a trainer or vet behaviorist, but maybe more of a trainer that is well versed in reactivity and working with dogs of this nature. Your job is to not put your dog into situations where he feels the need to bite. And so you avoid the triggers. That's hard when you want to go walk him. And maybe you walk him at times when you know that other people and other dogs aren't around, whilst you're putting the behavior modification plan in place. But I don't think, and I don't see a way that you can get around this without actually hiring somebody that can come and help you. This behavior is too serious. Next is a very vocal husky with a distaste for vacuums.
I got a vacuum. It stinks like you in here.
I love the husky breed because they are an extremely vocal breed. They really just communicate. They talk a lot, they bark a lot, they howl a lot. I would have loved to have seen what happened when the vacuum went on.
You didn't start yet.
Does she not like the vacuum, and that's kind of why she's basically saying, let's not do this? But you say she does that with people as well. Is that when you talk to her in high pitches? Does that kind of get her going? Look, they are a vocal breed. They are a highly energetic breed. And I find that a lot of this behavior, they're sort of symptoms of a larger need. I love, for especially this type of dog, to do things like canicross, which is kind of a running activity with your dog. And huskies are great for this. And I feel like when you do sort of activities that enrich the dog's daily life, then there's less sort of indulgence in this kind of behavior, and the dog is less stressed and just in general less anxious. I don't think it's bad, and if she really does hate the vacuum, then put her in another room when you vacuum so that she doesn't have to be in the same room as the vacuum and she doesn't have to get stressed about it. If she doesn't really do too well with people, give her something to do, like a toy stuffed with some food that she can eat whilst people are there. But hey, she's a husky, and they are wonderfully vocal. They have the most amazing howls. And so, yes, it could also be that she's just communicating with you, just telling you how she feels. Finally, here's a dog who doesn't want to go home.
This is my dog Lila, and we currently just came from the park, and I have to drag her home each time we have to leave. Look at this. I have to drag her.
It's brilliant.
Oh gosh. Lila, why? Why?
She is gorgeous, but she is just telling you straight, I don't want to go home. I just want to hang out here. And I don't know whether this is the park or a dog park, but it's obvious she doesn't want to go home. And she's having too much fun. So what do you do about that? Well, if it just happens at the dog park, walk her in different areas. That's one thing that you can do. The other thing that you can do is, I don't know, reserve some amazing food for when she comes out. So actually, she has a great time, but then also she has this awesome thing that she has when she goes back home. You could do some training with her, and you could actually do a game. And it can be what I call the go find it game. So you have really nice bits of food and you throw a piece of food on the ground. The dog has to go get it, picks it up. Once it's picked it up and eaten it, it looks back at you. You throw another piece. And this game continues as you walk away from the park till you get to a point where now she's coming along with you. Try that. I think that will work, but oh my gosh, what a beautiful dog. And if you're gonna have a problem with a dog, that's a kind of a good problem to have. She is beautiful. Those were amazing videos. We've got loads more to get to. In the meantime, if you want to learn more about your dog's behavior, you can go to my website, positively.com. And if you want to learn more about becoming a dog trainer, go to vsdogtrainingacademy.com.